You know, one thing I get tired of hearing of all the time, get tired of hearing it all the time, is every man wants a threesome. Every man dreams about having a threesome. Every man's biggest fantasy is a threesome. No, it's not. Not every man wants to have a threesome. Not every man dreams about having a threesome. Not every man not every man's biggest fantasy is a threesome. Now, I understand I don't speak for every man out there, every guy out there. I know, I understand that. But maybe, just maybe, if I list some of the reasons why myself, why I never want to have a threesome myself, maybe if I list some of these reasons, maybe some other man, guy out there will see this, hear this, can relate to this, and can even agree to this, and even feel the same, even have the same reasons themselves. And maybe they will feel more inclined to speak up and say, hey, I don't want to have a threesome either, for these reasons. And then maybe, just maybe, these people who say that all the time will, I don't know, realize that not every man out there wants to have a threesome. And maybe they'll fucking stop saying it so much, because it's just so annoying. So, yeah. Here we go. Just the whole idea of a threesome exhausts me. This sounds exhausting. This sounds like too much work, you know? Like, sex in its of itself with just one other person can be exhausting. If you add a third person in there, you throw a third person in there, that just doubles the exhaustion, just doubles the work you have to do to, please both people and, all that sex stuff. So it just sounds too much work. It's too exhausting. And yeah. Another thing, kind of slightly related to that, is I have ADHD. I have attention span problems. I have problems focusing on things and paying attention to things well, And I feel like if I was a part of a threesome, I would have trouble focusing on two other people. Hell, I would probably have a problem focusing on just one other person. But two people, I have to focus on two people. My brain has to focus on two people, doing intimate things with two people, having sex with two people. That just seems like too much for my brain to fucking handle. I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to focus on both people at once. And it would just, it'd just be too much for my brain. And then there's the whole thing of I would unintentionally ignore someone by accident. Like say that I'm in a threesome, two other people, and I unintentionally spend a little bit more time with one person instead of the other person. And then that person feels ignored and unwanted and all that. I'd feel bad, Even if it was, like I said, it was unintentional. I didn't mean to do it. I would feel really bad about it, And yeah, that's just one other thing. I don't really want to, make someone feel like they're unwanted or ignored. I feel like I would do that unintentionally. I think anybody would. Unless they really have good, attention spans. And that's another thing that has to deal with attention spans. you know. But yeah. And the main reason, the most important reason, at least for me, is I don't want to share. I don't want to share the love, the connection, the special bond. I don't want to share any of that. I don't want to share the intimacy between whoever my partner is. I don't want to share that with just some other random third person. I don't want to share that at all. I don't want to share the bond. I don't want to share the emotional bond. I don't want to share the connection. When and if I ever have sex, I want it to be, special and, there to be some sort of emotional bond already there, and I actually love and care about the person. And just throwing a random ass third person in there, even if I was close to that third person, but maybe not to that, maybe to not the furthest extent as the other person, would just, would complicate things. And I really don't want to, share my special bond and connection and love and affection and intimacy and all that with some other third person, no matter how close I am with the third person. I just don't want to share. I don't know if that means I'm possessive or anything. I don't really think I am, but yeah, I don't really want to share. Also, a threesome, this is just unrelated, but a threesome would be really fucking awkward for me. I wouldn't know what the fuck to do. I mean, sex in its of itself would be fucking awkward for me. With just me and another person. Throwing a fucking third person in there would just make it fucking just as awkward. Double the awkwardness, triple the awkwardness. And it just yeah. I'm already a fucking awkward person as it is. And making me more awkward is not really good. It would just make me more awkward. So, yeah. Those are just some of the reasons, not all of the reasons, actually, well, pretty much all the reasons of why I don't want to have a threesome and never want to have a threesome. Hopefully someone out there can agree and relate to this and even think the same thing or feel the same way about this. Hopefully. But, yeah, you never know.